What's going on? I'm CJ. I play For Honor, and this is going to be a very important video. Please stick around. I would love for you guys to check out the topic and give me what your thoughts are on the situation, what could be going down, and things like that. So this is an article that was made about some of the things that have been said, for Ubisoft, and basically they're talking about cross-platform. Cross-platform is something that's super important to all gamers because it could affect the community in a huge way, in a almost unfathomable way, maybe like a couple but not too much. But it'll make a big deal when it comes to gameplay, especially in games that are all in on frames and doing things precisely, dodging, and a bunch of other integrations that makes that game a little bit different. And what we're going to be talking about is For Honor. So apparently we may, or we should be, because a lot of the games that Ubisoft is making or have already made per se are going to be, getting cross-platform. Now, I wanted to talk about this and see why I am, both on both ends of these. I would love for it to be cross-platform because I have a lot of community members with my stream, twitch.tv/CJ Baller, don't even know. Anyway, so all of my community would like to play maybe with some people who are on another platform, and that could help a lot of our communities as not only streamers but as people connect on this game and play. It'll bring down match times because you'll have more people to match with, and it makes it bigger. So now let's talk about some of the pros. In my opinion, some of the pros, we get more players. As someone who's been streaming, I have a lot of people who I would love to play with that I talk to, and they're on Xbox and I'm on PC, and I can't get to them because that wall. And that's something that's like understandable because of frames and stuff like that. So whenever you're trying to play with a friend who may have the game, he has a PlayStation, and I'm like, oh well, dude, I'm on PC. And it's not like I don't even think that PlayStation and Xboxes, I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, that they don't play against each other. So making it cross-platform would be super cool because at least the console players can play against other console players and have that difference. Have that same frame rate and locks and all that. And then not only that, the community will be getting a bump up as well. You get to fight different people. Maybe there's some beast people on console, and they'll come out here and wreck some people from PC. Like you never really know. So bringing us together is something that I really always wanted, but there are some things that can kind of ruin the day when you're talking about trying to be the best that you can be. So let's go ahead and talk about the cons. So the cons pretty much is frames. A lot of people are talking about frames. Lights on For Honor are way different than lights on console and PC. So they're two different things. So we have more frames to see and react with on PC, but on console, it's locked at, I believe it's locked at was it 30, maybe 60? I'm not too sure. I don't play on console, but I know it's locked. It's hard locked. And the fact that you having to, not 30 frames, that's not it has to be 60 frames, right? It has to be 60 frames. Comment down below and let me know how wrong I am. So you bringing someone with low frame rates onto people who have these powered machines together, that's going to be a little bit of a controversy, because if I could swing at you and you have a big chance of failing, and then you could swing at me and I have all this time, being able to actually see it come through, that's gonna that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough for you, man. So the person who's getting the most frames or the higher frames has a ridiculous advantage. And then we're talking about characters who pretty much abused, you know, that way of fighting. They throw a lot of lights. Shinobi throws a lot of lights. Orochi throws a lot of lights. Hell, some of the bigger characters nowadays are throwing lights just because, hey man, we could just throw them. I make a bad move, I throw a light. Now it's a little bit more viable. Raider was a big thing, and a lot of people talk about how his lights were ridiculous. And look at you know, it coming over. A champion that's super strong on PC could possibly be extremely strong whenever someone who's playing on console moves over. So that'll be, you know, a big controversy. But all in all, in the whole, you know, the whole scheme of things, I think that it'll be a definite good ad. I think that cross-platform, hey, even if it's not good, not that great or whatever, if you want the best experience, maybe you have to get a PC or whatever. But I get to vibe out with people that I normally don't be able to vibe out with, and you get that ability too. So I think that's great. Bringing the community together is always something that I want, regardless of if you know, in the professional scene or if in the higher level of things are there, dude. Maybe there are some people who just have some godlike reflexes on console and they balance it out. So that was my thoughts on it. There's a lot of other games that are getting you know, that are also supposedly getting this, but the thing about it is that I was more focused on For Honor, and For Honor kind of we have a little bit of you know, difference between our console brothers, and it's gonna be a crazy thing to see. But I'm happy that we are doing this. What's amazing is that right here it says that they're already in progress. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So it could be coming up, maybe not this year, maybe next year. However they do it, I would love to see it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know your opinions. Thanks so much for jamming out. I'll put this article in a description. I'll check you guys later. Much love.